because we know scalar quantities. I'll repeat it again. Scalar quantity is what? Scalar quantity is a physical quantity which can be completely described by its magnitude alone. Only value is needed and nothing else. No direction is important. A scalar quantity has only magnitude and no direction. Then point number 3, because the quantity, whichever physical quantity we are talking about, it is a scalar quantity, it can never be negative because it does not depend on direction, right? So a scalar quantity can have a value of 0, a scalar quantity can have a value which is positive, but it can never have a value which is negative. Okay, some examples are mass, distance, time and temperature. So these are the examples of a scalar quantity. Then second, we discussed a vector quantity. So what is a vector quantity? Like scalar quantity, there are some physical quantities. In describing these physical quantity, where direction is very very important. Okay, so number 1, a physical quantity which requires both magnitude and direction in order to completely describe it. Such a physical quantity is known as a vector quantity. A very good example is velocity. Now what is velocity? Velocity is nothing but speed and plus direction. So consider a vehicle. Let's say we are running a vehicle on a road, okay, at a speed of some 30 meter per second. There came a turning on the road, right? So if we want to follow the road, we have to change the direction or the direction of motion of the vehicle. If not, if we simply increase the speed, it may crash into some building or very sorry, or it may get into the jungle which is nearby on the roadside. Okay, so direction here is very very important. A physical quantity which requires both magnitude. So when we said speed, speed is a magnitude or value with which the vehicle is moving. But if we want to follow the road, then direction is also important. So a physical quantity which requires both magnitude, has a value and direction in order to completely describe it or maybe its motion, is known as a vector quantity. Actually utility, in order to describe its used utility. If a quantity is very useful, then it should have a magnitude. A vector quantity should have a magnitude as well as direction. Very important for physics and astronomy and celestial physics. It is very very important. Then point number 2, a vector quantity has both magnitude and direction, as we saw already. Number 3, vector quantity can also be negative, right? Why a vector quantity can also be negative? Because it depends on direction, right? And in physics, whenever we talk about direction, in one direction, let's say for example, if a vehicle is moving on the right hand side, okay, and we are talking about a vector quantity, then the right hand side is considered as plus sign, as a positive direction. So if the right hand side is positive direction, then obviously left hand side, if the some vehicle is moving towards left, we will consider it to be negative. So this positive and negative they are called sign convention. Sign conventions are used in order to help us understand the physics properly, right? In real life it is not that important, but it is useful, okay, when we are trying to discuss about motion or different vector quantities. So a vector quantity basically is a physical quantity which requires both magnitude and direction to be useful. A vector quantity therefore has a magnitude and it also has some direction. Then coming to point number 3, a vector quantity can be 0, it can be positive, but in addition to that it can also be negative. If something is not moving from its position, a vehicle is not moving, then velocity will be 0. If the vehicle is moving towards one side, let's say if a vehicle is moving towards left hand side and we considered that left hand side direction, we will take it as positive always, okay, so that when the vehicle is going towards left, we can simply put a negative sign and the reader will understand that the vehicle is moving in the other direction. Fine. Then some examples are force. Force is very very important because Direction is very very important. If we want to lift something and put it somewhere else, then we cannot throw it in some other direction. We have to pick it up and put it in a proper place in the right direction. Then velocity is again a vector quantity. Velocity is combination of speed of a vehicle plus, in addition to it, it has also a direction. Displacement is again a vector quantity. Acceleration is also a vector quantity. We will discuss these in detail in the coming classes. So force, velocity, acceleration and displacement are all vector quantities. Then representation of a vector. How a vector is basically represented? Number one, a vector quantity is written in single bold capital letter. Either we write capital A with bold caps, or we write capital A with an arrow on its top like this. So capital A represents a vector, or this also in CBSE textbooks you will see this also, and you will see this method also. Both methods we use to represent a vector. Number two, a vector quantity is always geometrically represented by an arrow. Okay, so if we draw a straight line or a straight ray, not a straight line, if we draw a ray has one starting point and no ending point. So we indicate it with some arrowhead. So we'll see it. So let's say we have a vector b. This vector b is equals to 20 centimeter. So there should be some direction also. Fine, because direction is important and b is a vector. So now let's say this arrow is nothing but vector b. This straight line indicates vector b. So what information do we obtain just by looking at this line? All the vectors are always represented by these kind of straight rays. Okay, now every ray basically has a head towards this side, pointed end, and the lower portion is known as a tail. Then the arrowhead, the arrow portion or the pointed portion always indicate the direction. Here the arrow is indicating right hand side, so that means it is east direction. Okay, because right hand side is east, left hand side is west, top side is north, and bottom side is south. So right hand side indicates what? It indicates the direction east direction. So the vector b is basically moving towards east direction. Arrowhead always indicates the direction of a vector, and the length of the vector, how long this line is or how short this line is, will show whether the vector has a small value or a large value. So here the length indicates magnitude of a vector. For this case it means 20, because the total length for this vector is nothing but 20. So length of an arrow indicates magnitude of a vector. In this case the magnitude of a vector is always represented like this. So a mod, a vector b which is present inside the mod is independent of the direction, and it gives only value here. As you can see, the answer is 20. I hope all of you are able to understand. There are many types of vector. Today we will see certain types of vector, and then we'll start studying from the next class. So number one, there are certain types of vector. Unit vector. Unit means one or single. We will see how it is represented, how it is used. So number one is a unit vector. Number two, there is something called null vector. So null means nothing but zero. Okay, unit vector has a value of 1, null vector has a value of 0. There is something called position vector. So a vector which gives a position of a point, of any point in space with respect to origin. Okay, so a vector which gives the position of a point, such a vector is known as position vector. And if the point changes its position from one point to another, then the change of position is given by displacement vector. So we will discuss all these from the next class. Thank you very much. Hope you have a good time, and please if you have any doubt you can contact me or you can message Ashok sir. Have a good day. Stay safe.